What if your next vaccine didn't come from a shot, but from something you ate? Scientists have been working to turn edible plants like spinach and lettuce into mRNA vaccine factories. And soon, what you eat might be more than just food. Today, we're diving into the future of food and vaccines, exploring the science, the risks, and what you need to know. University of California Riverside researchers made headlines in 2021 with groundbreaking work to create edible vaccines. By altering plants like spinach and lettuce, they're developing ways for these plants to carry mRNA, the genetic material used in vaccines, straight to our cells. Here's how it works. These scientists are using genetic nanotechnology to introduce protective casings containing mRNA into plant cells. Picture a plant as a tiny factory where mRNA instructions direct it to make specific proteins, similar to the way our bodies respond to mRNA vaccines today. This approach could theoretically turn a single leaf into a vaccine dose. Scientists like Dr. Juan Pablo Geraldo are optimistic, noting that chloroplasts, structures in plant cells, can be programmed to carry and express foreign genes, which means plants could be made to produce medicinal proteins in the future. Imagine the implications. From leafy greens to tomatoes, researchers could introduce mRNA elements into common foods. We're talking about everyday foods that would now carry bioactive ingredients, potentially altering immune responses without needing a needle. But with every scientific advance, there's always the question of risk. mRNA vaccines in particular have raised concerns due to their lack of long-term testing and unknowns surrounding ingredients. So what happens when these components enter the food chain? We know that edible vaccines might appeal to people wary of injections. However, critics warn that integrating them into the food raises issues around informed consent. If someone chooses not to get vaccinated, what happens when their food makes that choice for them? Attorney Tom Renz recently warned that mRNA could be covertly entering the food supply without proper labeling. This would be a gene therapy within our diet, bypassing traditional consent. Some state legislatures are already reacting. In Missouri, House Bill 1169 is being proposed to require clear labeling on foods with mRNA-based vaccines. But the opposition is fierce, and major farming associations are fighting to keep this bill from passing. This debate goes beyond food science. It's about the right to choose and know what's on our plates. If edible vaccines reach our grocery aisles, how much control will consumers actually have? From leafy greens to livestock, some experts believe this technology could soon be widespread. Big agricultural players and farming companies may see this as a way to mass vaccinate. However, everyday consumers and small farmers are left wondering if they're part of an experiment without their consent. Missouri's House Bill 1169 is not about banning these new food technologies, but ensuring transparency. It's a simple two-page document aimed at making sure consumers know if their food has been genetically modified for medicinal purposes. But the lobbying pushback, it's intense. Major corporations argue it's unnecessary and harmful for the industry. But what about our rights to transparency? And there's another angle. Small farmers might be forced to adopt these practices or risk legal liability. Major corporations have the legal shields to protect themselves, but family farms face the risk of selling products with unknown health concerns. The future of our food supply is evolving fast, and it's crucial to stay informed. Whether edible vaccines in plants or gene therapy in meats, these developments could fundamentally change our food system. But will they change it for better or for worse? So what can you do? Read labels, stay informed, and ask questions. Missouri's bill is just one example of how transparency laws can empower consumers and protect small farmers from unintended consequences. If you found this eye-opening, consider subscribing to stay updated on the latest developments in science and in health. Let's keep the conversation going. Your awareness could make all the difference. Stay informed, stay curious, and until next time, stay safe.